Thinking about moving to Gilbert, Arizona, one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is always, what is it going to cost to live there? Well, in today's video, we are breaking down the real cost of living in Gilbert, Arizona. We'll cover everything from housing to groceries, utilities, and transportation, so you can get a clear picture on what to expect when you move here. Hey everyone, my name is Stephany Cabrales and I am your Phoenix area realtor and specializing in Chandler and Gilbert areas. And today we are getting down to the nitty-gritty as we explore what the cost of living is in Gilbert, Arizona. Now let's start with the biggest expense for most people, and that is housing. In Gilbert, like in much of the Phoenix area, housing costs have definitely been on the rise. We'll talk about home prices in just a little bit, but let's start with how much will it cost for you to rent? If you're looking to rent in Gilbert, expect to pay around $1,400 for a nice studio to over $2,000 for a 2-bedroom unit. Of course, these are only averages and prices can vary quite a bit depending on location, size, and amenities. Now, if you're thinking about buying a home in Gilbert, the median home price is currently around $565,000. Keep in mind that this is the median, so you will find homes above and below this price point. So, of course, factors like new construction, lot size, and upgrades will definitely impact your home price. Compared to the national's average, Gilbert's housing costs are generally about 15% more expensive. And compared to other Phoenix suburbs, Gilbert is often considered about an 8% higher in housing cost as well. Moving on, let's talk about utilities, another essential monthly expense. Living in Arizona means dealing with those hot summers, and that means air conditioning is a must. Expect to budget significantly more for electricity during the summer months to keep your home cool. Average monthly utility cost in Gilbert, including electricity, natural gas, water, and trash, typically range around $197 to $230 a month. This can fluctuate based on the size of your home, your AC usage, and energy efficiency. Now, water costs in Arizona can also be a bit higher than in some other parts of the country, especially if you have a lawn or landscaping. So it's definitely wise to factor in higher utility bills, especially electricity in the summer when budgeting for Gilbert. Now, we're just scratching the surface of the cost of living here in Gilbert. And if you are finding this information helpful so far, as you consider a move to the Phoenix area, make sure to subscribe to the channel as we are consistently putting out new videos with local insights and tips to help you navigate the Phoenix real estate market. Next up, let's talk about transportation costs. Gilbert, like much of the Phoenix metro area, is generally considered a car-dependent city. While there are efforts to improve public transportation, most residents here rely on personal vehicles to get around. Gas prices in Arizona currently start at about $3.75 to $4.17 a gallon depending on the gas your car needs, which by the way is considered to be above the national's average. And speaking about vehicles, let's talk about car insurance. Now, car insurance rates in Arizona can also be higher than the national's average, ranging about $150 a month. And this is because if you know anything about Arizona, especially the Phoenix metro area, unfortunately we don't have the most cautious drivers, which is the reason car insurances can be in the higher range. So if you are planning to live in Gilbert and commute to work or run errands, you'll need to factor in car payments, gas, insurance, and vehicle maintenance, especially during the summer when cars tend to heat up and car batteries tend to die faster due to the heat. While some areas of Gilbert, particularly downtown Gilbert, are more walkable and bike-friendly for most daily needs, having a car is pretty essential. Number 4, let's talk about food, groceries, and dining out. Gilbert offers a fantastic and diverse food scene, and we've talked about this before, but eating out can add up. The average cost of a meal in Gilbert can range from restaurant to restaurant. My husband and I spend around $40 at a decent Mediterranean restaurant for both of us. Definitely nothing fancy. However, there are several high-end dining options in Gilbert, so of course, just expect to pay more for those special occasions. Groceries cost in Gilbert are generally about 4% higher than the national's average too. So go ahead and add that up to your budget. You'll find all the major grocery store chains in Gilbert, offering a range of price points. But of course, your personal food expenses will depend on your eating habits. Whether you cook at home frequently or dine out often, prices can definitely vary. Simply put, in Gilbert, you can find both the more high-end dining experience as well as the quick lunch break type of restaurant that won't hurt your wallet. But it's safe to say that food costs in Gilbert are in line with or slightly above the national's average, so nothing to be concerned about. Alright, and we are covering a lot of ground when it comes to the cost of living in Gilbert. So if your goal is to make Gilbert, Arizona your home sweet home, reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions you have and help guide you in the right direction so that you can find the perfect home for you here in Gilbert, Arizona. Number 5, let's talk about the cost of healthcare and insurance. Now, healthcare costs in Arizona are generally about 7% lower than the national average. Health insurance premiums can vary widely depending on your age, health, and coverage. But Arizona's health insurance market as of 2022 had a monthly cost of about $477 a month. Again, individual health insurance costs can vary depending on other factors. So it's essential to research health insurance options and compare plans to understand your potential healthcare expenses in Gilbert. Overall, Gilbert and the Phoenix metro area have a wide range of hospitals and healthcare providers, offering access to quality medical care. But healthcare is definitely a cost category to research and factor into your overall cost of living. Finally, let's touch on taxes in Arizona, especially property taxes and income taxes. Property taxes in Arizona are generally considered lower than the national's average, thanks in part to a law that caps the total tax rate to a 0.56%, which is well below the national's average of 0.90. Arizona's property tax rates are often cited as being relatively favorable compared to many other states. However, your actual property tax bill will depend on the assessed value of your specific home and the specific tax rates in Gilbert. Compared to states with no state income tax, Arizona does have an income tax, but overall, Arizona's tax burden is often considered low compared to other states. And if you want to obtain specific information on income tax, I always recommend consulting with a tax professional for personalized advice. However, understanding the general tax landscape is helpful when evaluating the cost of living in Gilbert. Alright, so that, my friends, concludes the video for today. A breakdown of the key components of the cost of living in Gilbert, Arizona. As you can see, while Gilbert offers an amazing quality of life, it's important to be prepared for potentially higher housing costs and utility bills, especially in the summer. Transportation costs are also a factor due to the car-dependent nature of the area. And if you are seriously considering a move to Gilbert and want to discuss personalized information about the area, don't be shy and reach out to me. My contact information will be on the screen, and I'm here to help you make an informed decision about your move to Arizona. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.